Hey everybody, it's that time to come up into the kitchen with Granna. It's kitchen talk time. I am so glad you guys can give me a few minutes of your time, and I'm so appreciative of all the support that I've gotten throughout the last 7 months now. So I really appreciate your support and everything, but you got to keep it going, okay? I need you to keep on supporting and showing Granna all the love. So before we get started, I need you guys to go ahead, right on down there, right down at the bottom of your screen, go ahead and take care of that thumbs up button, okay? Go ahead and take care of that share button. Share my video with all your family and friends. And if you have not become a follower of Granna, or this is the first time you're checking out my video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get ready to get it popping up here in the kitchen today. All right, so we're gonna get back on the subject of the coronavirus, okay? Here in the county that I live in Alabama, they have made it mandatory to wear your mask. And that's just really crazy that they would have to go that far to make wearing a mask mandatory. You know, what is it that these people do not understand when it comes to this coronavirus? Because people are continually dying daily from the coronavirus. And, you know, when you're out and about, you know, even if you're not thinking about the other person that you might come in contact with or the other person you might be around, you know, think about your own health. Think about your family. You know, you're out and about and you don't know who has what. And, you know, if you're not wearing a mask and the people that you're out and about not wearing a mask, there's a really good chance that, you know, eventually it's going to catch up with you and you're going to end up, you know, catching the coronavirus. I don't understand why it takes your county or your state to make it a mandatory law or whatever they want to call it to get people to wear masks and to think about their health. You know, I was looking, just looking at some figures and, you know, the rate that the coronavirus and some of the cases that some of the states have. And just here in Alabama, I mean, we've had almost 47,000 cases of the coronavirus. And out of those 47,000 cases that has been confirmed, you know, we've already had over 1,000 deaths that's been confirmed to relate to the coronavirus. You know, and that's just people that has actually, you know, gotten tested. You know, so a lot of us have not even gotten tested, you know, because we're trying to quarantine and trying to stay away, you know, from crowds as much as possible. But I was looking at some of the states, like I said, and I was just like, wow, you know, of course we heard so much about New York. You know, New York is at like 398,000 cases, confirmed cases, almost 400,000 confirmed cases. And out of those cases, they've had like 32,000 deaths, you know. California has almost 300,000. They have 292,000 cases, you know, that's been confirmed, and they've had like almost 7,000 deaths. It's just crazy, you know. Florida is sitting up there. They got over 223,000 confirmed cases, and then they have like almost 4,000 deaths. You know, it's just crazy. You know, when you look back when they started opening up our community and these different places that you can go to, and, you know, they put in place that you're supposed to social distance and all that. But, you know, when they're opening up some of these places, it's just, to me, it's impossible to social distance. So if you're not wearing a mask, then you just putting yourself out there to catch a coronavirus. Because, like I say, if they're opening up different restaurants or bars or, you know, the beaches, you know, if you're not having these places open where you can maintain the people that's coming into them. I know they got a max 50 people in some of these restaurants and some of these places. You know, they're on allowing 25 people to come in at a time, but okay, 25 people in a small room And out of those 25 people, if only, what, 10 wearing a mask, what about the other, 15 or so? What about those people that's not, that's not wearing a mask and they're just not being able to do the social distance? So I don't get it, how many, and I think a lot of people, is not as concerned or doesn't take it as serious because it hasn't touched home to them. It hasn't actually affected someone that they may know. And, if it does, if you do come in contact, with it and you're around your family members, just follow the guidelines with that. If they tell you, to quarantine for 14 days, then you need to quarantine for 14 days because, they're saying it takes up to that long just to find out if you got it, and then after you find out if you got it or you find out you're negative and you're just get back to your routine, then, you haven't still, you still haven't been 100% cleared of having it. From everything that I've heard and read on it, you're still not 100% clear. That's why they want you to quarantine for those additional 14 days before you get back out there. It's just, I don't know what it's going to take for people to get serious about it. I don't know what it's going to take for, the world to understand that this virus is not going anywhere, because according to the scientists, they're saying that it's gonna really flare up again come like October, November, and I don't know when this world will get back to the norm, if there's ever gonna be another norm. I don't think it will be for quite some time, before we all get back to what we were used to just 7-8 months ago. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I do know that if we do not follow these guidelines, if we do not, practice what they're putting out there, we're not the doctors, we're not the scientists. They're trying to work on a antidote for this virus and, come up with a solution. But while they're doing that, we need to just follow the guidelines. It's as simple as that. Just wear a mask. Simple. You worry about wearing a mask, but do you think about dying? I mean, it's like apples to oranges. I mean, which one do you want to do? You want to die or you want to put a mask on? And I do understand that these masks are uncomfortable at times. When I go out, I wear my mask and it's fogging up my glasses and have to take my glasses off, and when you have them on for so long. But you have to realize these caretakers, these doctors and these nurses and physicians and all these people, some of those are wearing masks for 8 hours or longer. They may get a break in there where they may get a chance to take it off for a few minutes, and then it's right back on. They're having these masks on the whole time that they're trying to save lives and trying to take care. And this is something that they've had to do way before the coronavirus kicked in, So, I don't know. I don't get it why people are just so hard-headed. As the old folks used to say, you just hard-headed. I don't understand what it has to take for people to get it. Some people have to actually hit their head up against a brick wall before they realize that, oh wow, I shouldn't have did that. Oh wow, I should have did this or I should have did that. Before they actually get it. And that's just what it is. I mean, even when I still go out and have to go out to pick up necessities or whatever, there's people all up in Walmart without a mask on. There's people all up in Kroger without a mask on. There's people all up in public without a mask on. And I'll just be looking like, really? Do you care about your life? Do you care about taking something home to your family? Or do you feel like you're that invincible that nothing can, this coronavirus cannot touch you, or you're that invincible that it's not going to happen to you? You just should not take a chance with your life like that. You really need to, follow these guidelines and not wait for, your county or your state to make it a mandatory to do the things that's necessary to keep you safe and healthy. You know, you don't need your governor or your mayor telling you to practice social distance, just as you don't need your governor or your mayor to tell you to eat every day. Or you don't need your governor or your mayor, they don't tell you, you know, how to provide for your family, or, you know, these things you know, just the necessity things, you know, you have to do. You don't need anyone to tell you that. So why would you need someone to tell you that wearing a mask, social distance, you know, using your Lysol and your Germ-X and all that stuff is gonna help prevent you from getting the coronavirus? Then why not do it? You know, it's already a little common sense. All it takes is a little bit of common sense when it comes to these things anyway. So if someone with these scientists and these doctors with these, you know, with this education on this stuff telling you to do it, why would you not listen to it? I mean, if my doctor told me if you don't do this, then you're gonna die, then I'm gonna definitely try to do what he said do, because I'm trying to live as long as I can and live the best life that I can. So I don't know. I just think some people feel like they're invisible and it's just not going to happen to them. And until it actually happened to them or someone that's very close to them, then they're just not going to accept. You know, they're just not going to accept it, or they're not going to follow the guidelines or the rules. And that's, you know, and that's just the way some people are. You know, you can't make them do anything. You can't make a grown folk, for sure. You definitely cannot make an adult do anything. And whatever that adult is doing, that's what that child is gonna do. If they see their parents out without any mask on or anything, then they're not gonna expect to wear a mask. They're not gonna ask to put on a mask when they go out, because they're only following the example of their parents. You know, they're only doing as they see their parents doing. So if their parents not being safe or practicing safe things to keep them from getting sick, then they're not going to be thinking about putting a mask on or doing anything like that. So it's just crazy. I was just sitting up here, like I said, today watching the news, and they was talking about this mandatory mask that just went into effect in the area that I'm in, I think on Tuesday. So, you know, I think it's been about a week now that it went into effect. So I was just like, okay, let's see how this works and how they're going to monitor it. You know, they say it's going to be more like a teaching lesson. And, you know, if you are questioning on it, they're going to, you know, try to educate you and tell you why you should have it on, you know. And then there's some counties that's already putting a fine out there saying if you don't have a mask on in certain areas when you're out, then it's going to be like a $500 fine. I ain't got $500 to get my county, my state. I don't have, no, I would wear this mask. So maybe that'll open up some eyes to someone putting a stiff fine on it if they're in the areas that has been designated on this audience as far as the mask. Then maybe, you know, if they get hit with a fine once, then they'll think about this before they do it, you know, go out a second time without that mask on. We'll see what happens. I'll try to keep you guys updated on it. But please, 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 please wear your mask, be safe, and practice this to your social distance. So I'm gonna get ready to let you guys up out of here. But before I do that, go ahead, leave me any reviews or comment that you would like to leave me. And just remember, just try to live the best life you can. Try to be here as long as you possibly can. Don't do anything that's gonna cause you to get up out of here any sooner than we are going to be getting up out of here, okay? So just enjoy your life. Wear that mask every day you go out. Be kind to everybody you come in contact with, and have a great day.